Yeah. Ignite. Everything changed, bro. Before everything fell apart, we thought we had more time. We talked about tomorrow like tomorrow would be fine. The city kept on moving while we stood beneath the lights, never knowing one small moment could divide our lives. I remember every promise, every laugh, every plan, every dream we drew together, every time I held your hand. We thought the road was endless, thought the story would stay whole, but life can change direction before you're ready for the road. We were young enough to think that every wound would heal, old enough to know that some emotions can be real. I watched the people around me change with every season, tried to understand the silence, tried to find the reason. Everybody had an answer, but nobody had the truth. Everybody saw the outside, nobody saw the roots. I kept my thoughts protected, kept my worries out of sight, thinking I could solve tomorrow if I made it through the night. You told me, keep your circle close and never lose yourself. I said I'll always remember like the words were carved in stone. We made plans for better days, for a life beyond the rain, never thinking that the future might be carrying some pain. Then the little cracks appeared, but we ignored them at first. A conversation left unfinished and another promise hurt. People started choosing sides and the room began to change. What once felt like a family suddenly felt strange. I wanted to repair it, wanted everything restored, but you can't rebuild a bridge when both sides leave the shore. Yeah, before everything fell apart, we had a little peace. Before the trust was broken, before the good times ceased, we had dreams, we had memories, we had reasons to believe. Now I carry every lesson from the things we couldn't keep. Before everything fell apart, nobody saw the signs. We thought we had forever, we were only borrowing time. I won't live inside the ending, I will honor what was true and remember all the moments before everything fell apart. Late night talks, when the whole world went to sleep, we shared the kind of secrets that you promised you would keep. We talked about our failures and the people we could be, about finding something better, about finally being free. I could hear the tiredness hiding underneath your voice, like you had been carrying away from every difficult choice. I said we'll make it through, because that's what friends should say. But sometimes hope feels fragile when you're standing in the gray. I wish I had listened closer, wish I noticed every sign, wish I understood the battle that was happening inside. Maybe I was too distracted by the noise around my life. Maybe I was trying so hard just to make everything right. Then the phone stopped ringing and the messages grew cold. The stories that we shared became memories to hold. No dramatic ending, just a distance growing wide until we barely recognize the people on the other side. That's how some chapters finish, not with anger but with space. You look up one morning and can't recognize the place. I learned that holding tightly doesn't always make things stay. Sometimes love means accepting when a person walks away. Before the silence, before the distance, before the questions, before the missing pieces, there was a moment when everything was still, and I wish I could return there just for one more minute. Now I think about the lessons that the hardest seasons gave, how they taught me to appreciate the people who remain. I don't blame every person for the things they couldn't do. Everybody fights a battle that the outside never knew. I learned that pride can hide you from the people that you love, and pretending you're okay can make the distance grow enough. So I speak a little clearer and I listen a little more. I don't leave every feeling waiting somewhere by the door. If somebody says they're hurting, I don't tell them to be strong. I sit beside the silence and remind them they belong. If somebody needs forgiveness, I can hear them when they speak. And I know that being honest doesn't make a person weak. The past is still a teacher, but it doesn't know my days. I can't remember what was broken without living in the pain. Before everything fell apart, I wish we knew the worth of every simple conversation in each ordinary moment. Because the things we call routine can become the things we miss. A familiar voice, a late night laugh, a simple kind of peace. So I keep those memories with me, but I don't stay in the past. I take the good into tomorrow, let the heavy pieces pass. Before everything fell apart, we had a little peace. Before the trust was broken, before the good times ceased, we had dreams, we had memories, we had reasons to believe. Now I carry every lesson from the things we couldn't keep. Before everything fell apart, nobody saw the signs.